Hello, my deep thinkers, and today we're going to be looking into the dark forest theory. Basically, this is a hypothesis solution to the Fermi paradox, in which I guess technically that we are in a huge, gigantic forest, jungles type thing, where we are civilization, chilling out, doing our thing, and basically all these other advanced civilizations know about any kind of existential threats, like anything from outside of, from different civilizations, like trying to attack them and kill them and whatsoever. I heard somebody use a great analogy for this hypothesis, which was just like, if you're swimming over a coral reef and they're all hiding away, all the fish and everything, like, they're probably not hiding from you, they're probably hiding from something that they know to hide from, if that makes sense. And basically the funniest bit about this theory, I always feel, is just like the fact that we're just like shouting. We're like in this metaphorical, forest. We're like the slightly brain damaged duck, just like walking along, just going wah, 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 through this little forest, like, and all these predators are just looking at us like, this earth looks kind of tasty, it's got kind of a lot of resources, and this earth is looking a little bit tasty, and I feel like I might have to go in there and just take them for everything that they own, or maybe even use them as slaves. But this is a very, very, very scary and unsettling solution to the Fermi paradox, because it's one of those ones where you're just like, damn, like, think about it, think about all these civilizations. It's like, oh, we need to hide ourselves because sending out these signatures and waves and techno signatures, all this stuff. You're just kind of like, yeah, like you're saying, you're just screaming in the middle of this thing, and we don't know who's out there. We don't know what these aliens are like. You don't know whether there is in different galaxies. Let's say, like, I don't know, we won't use the Andromeda galaxy for an example because that one's pretty close. Let's say a galaxy that's super far away from us. There might be like some full-on dictator race of aliens, which is literally just like reigning supreme over the entire galaxy and holding them I guess you wouldn't even say star point. Gunpoint, star point. You'd say that holding them at star point, because there is a thing within science that there is a hypothetical machine that is basically like the Death Star, that you can use it and like kind of reflect the sun as like a beam and shoot like light at them and blow up planets. And it's one of the most devastating weapons that we pretty much, we don't 100%, but one of the weapons that we know is possible to create. So they could be able to basically manufacture the sun of their star system to basically just shoot at them, or even just like all the stars in their galaxy. They might be able to, if you mess up, if you're not doing your stuff, if you're not mining enough, whatever it is for us, and creating enough crop, or whatever it is that they're trying to, I guess, manufacture, they'll say, yo, you're like a star. You're like the star that they're orbiting. It's just like, we've got that rigged up with some Death Star technology, and we're gonna blow you up if you don't do some slavery for us. Which honestly, just how humans are, and like I know we're using like human logic on aliens, but like it's very hard because we don't know what an alien is like. We don't know whether there is good and bad. I can say that out of advanced aliens, like, I think the ones that are more likely to live the longest would probably be ones that actually work together and band together and maybe don't use the other civilizations to their own game. But I could be wrong, because like throughout history, a lot of stuff is like, a lot of countries, like my country back in the day, the British Empire, they used to go around, killing, raping and murdering all the time. You think about that, like, they used to just go in and just kill and murder people, like, literally just like to get resources and just to make their life, like, it's like super messed up stuff. Like, when you think about, like, this stuff is messed up. Like, they teach you about this the history about the Great British Empire, about all this stuff, all the emperors of England, all this stuff, and you're just like, yo, this is messed up. Like, why are we even learning about this? Why don't we just let all of their things fail? Do you know what I mean? Why don't you just like scrap all of that stuff and just be like, yo, these people are evil. Like, why are we even learning about these evil bastards? Like, it makes no sense. But that's for a different time. But anyway, I'm sorry for cursing. I apologize for cursing. I don't mean to curse. Sometimes when I get a little bit passionate and I'm talking, I can slip a little bit. But yeah, but with this dark forest theory. It's one of those super interesting ones where, like, I guess it would make sense, because some of these exoplanets that we know, like even obviously the ones in our galaxy, like some of these exoplanets that we know what they are, we only really know what they are because we cannot see them, because they're behind that star and they cannot see us. So some of these civilizations that are possibly out there even within our galaxy, they just can't even see us because we are literally behind their star. Like they cannot, like, ever in their rotation see us. Like, but there is lots of exoplanets where we can see them. But there is also ones that we can only know they're there and detect them by, you know, like the gravitational pull kind of thing, if that makes sense. So in conclusion, I would say that this is probably one of the more spooky, you know, conclusions to come to, basically, pretty much. Honestly, it's like, it's so creepy. The thought of, like, there just being so many different, like, alien species out there, but they just know that they can't, like, send out signals because they're just like, oh, if someone's looking at the right time, they might, like, you know, fly over to this planet and just, like, blow us up or take our stuff or make us slaves or whatever it is. And it's kind of spooky, but, you know, it's not one of those ones that I entirely believe in, but the possibility of it is still very high. So, you know, it's a very interesting one. So if you enjoy these kind of videos, like I say, as usual, just, you know, subscribe and let me know what kind of, you know, theory or hypothesis or whatever it is that you want me to look into and give my thoughts on, and just have a little bit of a, you know, a classic, just like chilled out kind of discussion about it. Okay.